So let's take a look at how you're going to graph your data. It's assignment 47 where it's water quality data. Let's open up, if you don't already have it open, your data for the 2 weeks we went to the creek. I'm also going to do plus, and I'm going to click on the what they call a waffle, and I'm going to do sheets. I'm going to make a brand new spreadsheet for me and my team. And if you're the math expert in your team, you can take the lead on this and make sure it gets done right. And I'm going to call this on. Let's click that away so you can have more room. I'm going to call this April. Well, let's just call it 2025 water quality, and then you're going to write your parameter. I'm just going to pick DO as my first example, but we'll look at how to do all of them for sure. Now, your first column is going to be the dates. Those are the days we went down. And your second column, you're going to call your parameter, D.O. dissolved oxygen, and then in parentheses, put the unit of measurement. That way, under DO, milligrams per liter, or parts per million, because they're both the same thing, I can just write numbers. We have to write just numbers. The unit of measure is there. So let's go to the dates, and we did 4/22, and only put the dates that you went down. So if you didn't go down one of these days, or there's data missing one of those days, like right here for conductivity, and I'm going to remove that 0 because we can't have a 0 that isn't real. You're just going to leave it blank. So I'm just going to do 4/22/25. There. Now we have all the dates. And then I'm going to copy just the averages. No matter which team you are, we're going to use the averages. So for pH, you're going to use the averages. For water temp, remember, you're not doing air temp. You're just doing water. You're using the averages. And for turbidity, we're just using the clear, because the cloudy or turbid, we made up. That is not natural. Conductivity, you're going to use both. We want to report the conductivity in microsiemens and the total dissolved solids in milligrams per liter. And flow rate, you are just using the gallons per second. All right, and then the same thing for 6B. You're just using your averages, and you've got 2 dates to leave blank. So those 2 dates should not be on here. All right, but I'm going to do DO, and I'm going to copy those averages. And those averages are formulas. So I'm going to have you do, and I'm going to put these off to the side because watch why. I'm going to do paste special values only because I don't want the formula. I just want the numbers. And then I'm going to take these and I'm going to do Control X to cut and put them in the right date, in order. All right, and I'm going to do Control V to paste. Control X, Control V. Okay, why am I off? Oh, good, I don't have the second. By the time you watch this video, you'll have data for the second. So I'm just going to make it up, but you put what is real. I'm just going to say 10. Okay, once you've got all your data in, you've got your data table, highlight just the data table. Then come on over here and look for the little bar graph that says Insert Chart and click on that. That's going to create your chart, and we're just going to clean it up and make it better. So I want to show you some of the different features you've got here. so you can learn how to use this chart creator. So we chose a line chart because of all the chart choices. This one is the best because we're looking at change over time. So here's the time. That's the manipulated variable, which is always your first column and is always your x-axis. And this is your responding variable. That's the data you collected. And the responding variable on a data table is the second column and any other column after that. So everything here looks good. So I'm going to go to Customize and make sure we've got everything. Chart axis and title, you've got your label and your label. So that's actually pretty much done. We're just going to add a legend because a legend is quite helpful. And I'm going to put mine at the right. There. That's always a nice touch. And this one is pretty much done. I mean, that's basically it. You have now got a chart and a graph of your data. And you also have it in data table form, so you can use both of these for yourself. But now we have to do the next one. And the next one is recording our data going back all the years we've done this. So I'm going to click on overall averages right down here. And by the time you watch this video, our data for 2024-25 will be there. And I think we're just going to call it, let me just call this 2025 because that looks better. And this one 2024. Okay, this one 2023. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to create, and I'm just going to scroll down a bit, a second data table. And this one, the manipulated variable is the years, because we're going back in years now. But your parameter, you're going to do the same thing. And I'm going to change mine to temperature. Well, actually, I'm going to call it water temperature, because we're not doing air. And I'm going to put the unit in degrees F for Fahrenheit. There. Now, the years, we're going to go from 2002 all the way, oops, not 22, and 2003 all the way to 2025. And here's a way that if you've got numbers that are in numerical order and you highlight at least two of them, and you click on the dot and you drag, it's going to populate it for you. Boom. Oh, I got close. So I'm going to do 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. There. Now you're going to do the tedious work of going all the way back and finding your data. All right. And actually for temperature, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do both degrees Fahrenheit and water temperature degrees Celsius in case people from other countries where they don't understand Fahrenheit because they do Celsius get our data. All right, so in 2002 we had 7 Celsius, 44.6. And you're going to notice for 2006, for some reason, we didn't do a Fahrenheit. So let's convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. 9.1 C2F. That's 48.38. And this is why we're recording both, because we don't want to have to make people convert it. and then this year. Okay, so now that we got to this year, I don't have the data yet, but you will. So I'm just going to put in something relatively close to what we've been getting. It looks like for water temp, we've been in the low 50s. So I'm going to put 50, but you put what we got, okay? Don't put what I'm putting. And I'm just going to convert it to Celsius. And oh, look at that. 50 degrees Fahrenheit is 10 degrees Celsius. Well, just like before, you're going to highlight and make a graph. Now, here's an important note. If you notice, there's a year, because some of the parameters we didn't do every year. If you are missing a year, delete that year. Don't even have it on your data table. It's just going to be skipped. All right? But same thing as before. We're going to the chart, and it does it for you. It's done. And it already has the label, because I think we chose it last time. And I'm just going to make it longer so it's easier to read. And for this one, I am going to change a few things. Watch this. So I'm going to go into the customize and chart axis and title. I've got a title, which is pretty decent. It works. Chart subtitle I don't need, so I'm going to leave that blank. The horizontal axis is years. That works. But look what's missing. We don't have the vertical axis. So I'm going to write what it is. It's temperature in degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit. It's both. So we have to provide the unit of measure. Okay? And the legend, if you like it there, you can leave it there, but I'm going to move mine to the right because I like it off to the side like that. And the lines here are a little bit missing parts, so I'm going to include minor grid lines so we have more lines to look at. Ooh, one thing I forgot. Where is it? I think, is it the vertical axis? Or is it horizontal axis? Yeah. So it's under series. Click on data labels. See what that does? That is very helpful. So I'm going to go back to my other graph. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to select data labels. Yeah, put that in there. And some of them are missing, so let's make this a little longer and maybe wider. Oh, it still doesn't show it. Rats. Well, maybe yours will. And basically that's it. You now have both your graphs, and you can click here and go download chart as a PNG. You now have an image that you can put on your book, and you can put on your Google Slides for when you teach the class. You're going to show them your data. And I'll collect all these so we can all have all the graphs. And folks, that's it. That's how you do it. If you have questions about your specific parameter, call me over and we will problem solve. All right. Happy graphing.